I be good enough for me? When will I be good enough for the world? When do I feel grounded? When do I feel like I actually have a place? Okay, I want to get back to at least where I felt free and happy just is and not self-conscious of anything, really.
Can I just say that I'm nervous? And I know that I've been on content long enough to know that it takes you to really just get started, And it takes that one video that you really probably don't like, probably think is cringe, just to get started. So I'm gonna let you know I'm a little nervous, even though I've been doing content for a minute now. It's just a different topic, and it's a sensitive topic. And I don't know if I'm gonna edit or be raw with my videos, but we shall see. I'm just going to talk about what's on my heart, I guess. I don't mind the way I look, hopefully. My nail broke this weekend, and my nail appointment's tomorrow. I like to go to one lady. So if you see me and you notice it, can't do nothing about it for right now. And anyway, what's today? Today is October 27, 2015, 2025. What do I want to talk about? I honestly want to talk about my spiritual journey. And why do I want to talk about it? I feel as though I'm called to do this. And just saying that out loud makes me want to cry. It's happening. I want you to know, like, these tears are happy tears, are grounding tears, are just tears of freedom. It's just knowing where I've been, where I'm at right now, and knowing where I'm going. It's just so exciting and freeing. Oh my God. I hate crying. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna edit this out. Pretty sure. Because why? Why am I crying? I'm like 3 minutes in. I'm gonna get myself together. Like, what just happened? Why am I crying? A bit. Someone's calling me that I called. It really is internal. I'm like I'm like trying to put on the clothes I normally feel good in. I'm trying to like, do my hair and put my makeup on, and I'm like,
Yeah.
That fits me inside.
Yes. Yes. I'm smiling right now. I know you're saying a lot of sad stuff. But I'm smiling because I have just been through that.
Really?
Yes. And my tears.
Right always on your tail. It's always right behind you. Whatever you went through, I was like, okay, Joy, I'm coming right after.
And the crazy part of what my 3 minutes in is like I couldn't believe I was literally talking out loud saying I can't believe I'm crying right now. But the difference is that these are happy tears. That these are tears of freedom. These are tears of love, of self-love. You know, like I feel free basically. I I'm not gonna say like I'm completely done with my spiritual journey, but man, I just felt like I opened up a whole new joy. And and I see a different yes, that's actually what I want to do. And I'm actually recording myself right now because I was like, this is probably good. Yeah. Oh my God, yes. This is how God works, you know? Because I was struggling to start and I know I am best one on one with someone. I do my best work with someone one. Okay. So I was like, and then the idea came to me to record myself because I knew I would probably start talking about my journey because of how the conversation started. So I'm just like, nothing is by accident. And the more and more I notice it, the more I just say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And just with a big old smile on my face and everything. I love this. Okay, my dear. First, you're gonna make such a good old woman one day. Like when you finally get old, you're gonna make such a good old woman. You're gonna be like, "Come here, my dear. Let me." I feel like you just held me close to your bosom. I want to hug you so bad. I'm like, you know, I got time. I could drive up there. Yo, we do need to hang out. I really want it. I really want to actually. Like I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, I know she's busy. I know she's going through things. I was like, well, shit, I am too. So I mean, when are we not, right? Like either good things, bad things, or indifferent. After this week, I'm gonna be a lot more free. Good, good. Like I can make it happen after this week. And the crazy part is, I think once you get out of what you're feeling, you will be free in a whole nother way with your schedule, with your mind. It just would, life would just honestly be very open peaceful. Up. Peaceful. And it's like my stress level is just gone. And anything that may cause me stress like anxiety, the way I dip so quickly, it don't make no sense to like retreat and go back to my safe place. But okay, so to dive in, what my spiritual journey basically, I was feeling like how you feeling, and it felt like you know, when you met me, cloud nine, right? Real estate is going well. Gotta, you know, we started working on our feminine journey. Yes. Oh my God, what a throwback. Yes, yes, because like I'm constantly was trying to like make myself better, make you hear myself make right myself better, reform to this world, basically. Like I guess what the frustration became is like, man, I keep changing me. Basically, I'm trying to keep changing me per person, and that should have like should have been a light bulb. But my other friend that I told you that I was telling you about, she was like, I'm just gonna be me. And I'm like, you know, yes, there's some truth to that, but at the same time, it's like if you is not like healthy to other people, then you need to change. So I think I've got through the point where I'm tired of changing for people. And but I was also tired of before that not being like, you know. So I was like, where's the balance in it? And where's the balance in me? When do I feel like mm, I feel like I've just been on a marathon. I feel like I've just been on a treadmill since I was 18. And I haven't stopped running and per category, whether it's about men, whether it's about like my looks, whether it's about my body, whether it's about politics, what it's just like the goalpost just keeps moving. Like when do I feel grounded? And then it got to the point where I'm like, okay, if I get this amount of money, I will feel happy. Or if I get this boyfriend, I will feel happy. If I get this, I will feel happy. I also realized actually experienced a lot. Like I've experienced multiple lives, I feel like already with the military, with being a realtor, a full-blown entrepreneur. But I'm like, the things I said I wanted that would make my life so different, I got it. I got to travel the world. I've been in 35 countries. I met so many people. I've been a leader in our own country. I made so much money, but why was I still so miserable? And then I was like, well, you worked on that, Joy. But then I'm like, did I? Or did I just work on the surface of it? Or did I work on the band-aid of it? Because it's like now per new situation, I feel the same way every time a new situation comes up. When will I be good enough for me? When will I be good enough for the world? When do I feel grounded? When do I feel like I actually have a place? And then I started going through like my thoughts, and I'm like, when did my happiness stop? When did it become so goal oriented? Like I just started thinking about like when I was in college, I felt so free for some reason. Like I was just free and happy, and I didn't let too many people's opinion affect me, which is not saying like a good or bad thing because I was, pretty ignorant to certain things. But I shaped that. But I'm like, okay, I want to get back to at least where I felt free and happy just is and not self conscious of anything, really. And so I started honestly working on that more and more and more and more. And the more I sat in silence, the more I started digging spiritually, is the more I started experiencing, I would say, my eyes opening up to the game of life and realizing when you realize something is a game, you make a choice to play in it or not. And that's where I'm at right now. Is I've gone through the spiritual journey to realize that this whole life that we're in, we have been told a bunch of lies from our government, from our religions, from every aspect of us in our human experience. And we are honestly living in the matrix. And it may sound like weird as hell. This is and be like, all right, she's off a rocker. But when I tell you the moment I realized there were so many half truths in the religion, half truths, half lie. But when I started having full discernment and started digging in the Bible because I'm searching for something, I'm searching for me, and I feel like being spiritually grounded is part of it. Is how you be you see yourself basically the thing that you can't see but you just feel. And the more I dug, the more I realized that that is the game of life. Is how much can we distract you from you? How much can we put so many things in front of you, make you hate yourself, make you think other people hate you to the point that you project that energy to other people, but more importantly, you project that energy to yourself? How, how, how can I make you hear two voices in your head instead of one? Basically one that is like more like a evil voice, more the one that is giving you self-doubt and fear. Like how can I distract you from your higher self, basically your more godly self? And I realized that's what's been happening in this world, and that's like me going from like 0 to 100 right now of what I learned that we are gods. Just think about it for a second. If God created us and God made us in our image and the kingdom of God is within us, we are technically gods. And the game of this life, the if you really believe in this spiritual warfare, the biggest battle that we are all going through as humans is not realizing our true powers are truly within us and not within this world. We are spiritual beings in a flesh body. And once you like realize that legitimately you are so powerful that you can create your own reality just with your mind, when you filter out the fear, when you filter out the hatred towards others and you filter out the self-hatred within yourself, the part that is making you second guess yourself, that's programmed. Just think about that kid in you when you were like a child that never second guessed anything. And the crazy part is like you're strong, and I know you are because I wouldn't be as connected to you if you wasn't. I don't be connected to weak people, and I know you're strong. And the crazy part about you is that you have a light as well, like a light about you. You bring happiness and good energy to other people, such in the same as me. And people like us, we attract good and we also attract bad. And boy, do we take on both. And we have a huge capacity. We have huge capacity for it, but sometimes it might get confusing. What role do we play? Are we now the mean girl? Like we normally are the light, but it's just like so much shit has been happening. It brings you to not want to be the light anymore, and then that's when your true power starts to really dim, when you start feeding in to this world. That is when I say the gist of it is that you honestly have to remember who the fuck you are and that you are God. You are one of God's kids, one of God's greatest creations, and no one can take that from you. And if I can go even more deeper, before I go deeper, I just want to stop right there because that's the gist. Before I go deeper, how does that sit with you right now? Girl, I'm cheering. Oh, that's how it's going. So that's it. I think that's a green light to keep going. Okay. All right. If I'll even go deeper as to how I figured this out. Are you Christian or are you religious? So I grew up Christian with my mom, but then my dad also practiced some Hinduism. So we used to do actually both at the house. Oh, good. You have a good balance then. Like everything you're saying so far has been resonating with me because I do believe that there is a great power in people. I 100% believe, and I do believe like there has to be a higher power. Right? Long story short, the God in the Bible is not our true God. The God in the Bible is another version of God's kids, to be honest, that has more powers than we do as humans. And each creation of God was made almost in a way of, if you think about video games and how was it Sega or Nintendo? Nintendo. Uh-huh. Let's think of it as the eyes of the creator of Nintendo. Nintendo is the brand. But each time Nintendo creates all these different versions of these games and gives them all different powers. And each game might be in a different universe, a different city, a different like style. They have different colors of the humans or not human. Just think of it as that. That is honestly reality. We are in the video game of Earth through God's eyes. And if you believe that there is not possible that we are the only ones in this entire universe that can have a conscience, then good. And we call them aliens, but honestly, other God's kids, other higher power God's kids. And how once I've realized that the Big Bang theory has some significance, because the Big Bang theory says like boom, flashlight happens and all things was created over time. That has some truth into it, because it's like God was alone in a space of nothingness, and he, which is not a he or a she, but I'm not gonna call God it. So he, wanted to see what he was capable of. And then he just created. He created things based off of his consciousness. So you are a fragment of God's. You are so intentional. Like, the coolest part that I've realized out of all of this is that our soul is the fragment of God. He made us in his own image, to be able to see life through our own eyes. Having a flesh body in earth is like you as an avatar playing the video game and then you jump into the video game. It's like Jumanji, if you really want to put it into more like realisticness. That is really what's happening here. And when you die, you do not die. Your soul just continues to go on. You can reincarnate again into Earth, into a flesh body Earth, or one of his other creatures, one of his other kids in another life. Or you can just hang out with God in the spiritual realm. When you realize that so much has been hidden from us on purpose, because they want us to feel like we are trapped here, that when we die we're going to hell. That
That is one thing, Joy, that I have my problems with like Christianity and Hinduism. Like those are the two that I closest to me, or that I had the most exposure to. But that part is the part that I never resonated with me with Christianity. It's always like, oh well, it's almost like you're scared. I always felt that way. I always felt like they're scaring you into something. Like
logically it just doesn't make sense. Like, how does our almighty powerful God just create us, and everything is so strict and rigid? It's so many layers to it. If you even read the Bible, it's so much contradicting in the Bible itself. I don't know about Hinduism, but I studied it
it's
based off
more complicated than Christianity, like a lot more complicated. You know, Joy, every single time I ask the questions, the intelligent questions, kind of like what you're coming up with right now, they never could answer it. The only answer they have is
have faith.
this is what was written in the Bible. This is
God's
God's
words.
way.
Mm-hmm.
What? Like, what do you mean? Like, oh, you shouldn't. Why shouldn't I question? If you believe in God, you believe that He made me. You believe that He made you. You believe that He made everything about us, right? So why not? Why give me consciousness? Why give me a brain? Why give me the ability to ask questions and understand and comprehend and challenge things? Like, if that's not what He wanted,
You're right. Right.
but
It
it could
is
never answer
control
it.
mechanism. 100% a is a earthly human control mechanism. They learned psychology early before it was called psychology. Like, they learned the power of manipulating the human mind early, because when you realize this whole Adam and Eve story has some truth to it, and I could dive into that one secondary, but it has some truth to it in a sense of we were created by something that wasn't by one of God's other kids. We weren't just like plopped on this earth out of nowhere. Uh, we were created by one of God's other kids on earth, and they have intentions for us. So when you realize, one, why were you created? And but at the same time, your flesh was created, not your soul. That's all higher power God. Your soul is God's. Your body is this earth. And when you realize that someone created your flesh, but your higher power God is your soul, like, you realize that you are more of a God than anything. You could go both ways. You could go internally, spend your time with God, or externally as a human and just live out this like glamorous life if you really wanted to. It's so powerful when you choose it. When you literally make a choice, like, Yeah, I just want to spend time with God in my head and meditate. Like I go for long walks these days, and I just take that. That's my time with God. That's my time with myself. I don't talk to anybody. I don't listen to music. I'm in. I call what they call it is downloading. Like you're having real conversation out in nature, and you're receiving knowledge from your higher self, from your higher vibrational angels, who are all connected to God. You are all one. So when you look at it even deeper, it's like, well, why is bad things happen to good people? Why does bad things exist if this is like truly a game? Well, that is the part of the game that is duality, is that, and polarism is like polarity. Like you can't have one without the other. If we just all lived so very happily, we'd be bored as hell. You know?
So nemesis, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't know how good it is if bad didn't exist, to be honest. And it wouldn't be feeling so much like I wouldn't be crying happy tears of feeling like I have freedom if I didn't know what it was like to not have freedom internally and to truly appreciate it. It's part of the game of life. And when you realize that, like, you are on a journey, you are literally on a journey to find you and to remember who you are, because on purpose, they create you to not remember who you are. They literally designed you not to remember who you are, that you have a spark of God within you. You are a fragment of a God yourself. They want you not to remember that. They created you not to remember that. And when you think about that, that's powerful to know that you are awakened and that you realize I really do have all the control. And then here's the deeper part. You're like, well, I got bills to pay. I got real life issues in this world. Like I'm an earthling. I hear that, but why?
I have earth problems.
I have real earth problems. Girl, when I realize that it's all in the mind and it's all wrapped around your own limiting beliefs, and the moment you start really believing in you and you are not, I don't want to say just manifesting, but projecting the reality you want because you are there already. When I started, because that's what like took me on the journey, I was like, I was starting to get into manifestation. I started getting into affirmations and stuff like that. And then I realized that affirmations was a good start, but I feel like something was still lacking. Like, what was different? And the different is you, us, you were saying affirmations as if they're not here, like you don't already possess it. Whereas though I learned how to speak things into the life by saying thank you for the thing that I said I wanted as if I already have it. And so just waking up every single morning and saying thank you. Like I'm reading this book right now. I'm gonna text you it. It's called The Magic, and it's 28 days of gratitude to kind of get you started.
And that mine's okay.
I'm like in day 10. I just stopped, but I'm gonna get back to it. But because I it's not that I'm stopping because it's not working. It's working too damn well.
Oh,
I
love it.
It's working too well to the point that I feel like I can't keep up 100% with what they're telling me to do, because I'm trying to balancing the new things that are coming into my life, the feelings I'm feeling in my life. I'm balancing it all. I'm gonna get back to it though. But I feel so grateful. I have all these sticky notes around my house, and like I'm gonna read you like some of them. It's like right in front of me on my mantle. Thank you for all the beautiful surprises I will receive today. That's one of them.
I like that.
Well, one I wrote on my own is no more limiting thinking, so I can keep repeating that in myself to myself. Another thing that they told me to do was write this and put it in front of you and tape a physical dollar to it. Like, who has dollars? I had a dollar randomly.
Yeah, yeah.
And it says, "Thank you for all the money I've been given throughout my life." And there's a dollar taped to it. And I touch it, I feel it, I see money in front of me constantly. And girl, money has just been popping up, popping up. And then the other thing that they told me to write and put in front of me is the gift of health is keeping me alive. So they want you to focus on your health. Two giant things that has changed. I would say three is I can't say I work out because I've been wanting to work out, but you know what I realized that I'm just not a workout girl. I'm just not.
Yeah.
But some people like really love it. I'm a walking girl, so I walk. But I know walking doesn't burn as much, but it does more for me, spiritually and mentally than it does for me, physically. But I've always been in the mindset, well, walking will be great enough if I wasn't consuming so much bad shit. So
Okay.
I stopped drinking. It's been over 2 months. I've stopped drinking, and oh my god, the changes in me. I always knew I was going to stop drinking. Something in me told me, like, you're going to stop drinking. You're going to stop drinking. And I just knew I was one day. And I was going to be like, it'd be moderation. I told myself that. And here's the thing that I'm learning. It's not me just telling myself. It's my higher power telling me. It's planting the seed. It is the higher version that God
It's
created.
that ChatGPT prompt.
It's that one. Yeah.
50-year-old billionaire. Yeah, that's the person telling you.
That is the person telling me. So yes, it's my higher self telling me that you're gonna stop drinking one day, and it's like one day it will happen to you. And I can't believe that it happened as quickly. I thought it would be like years from now. But one day I just didn't want it anymore. And I surrendered to it. Like it got to the point that I was hurting, like drinking hurt me immediately. Like I took a sip and my stomach would just start attacking me. That's how bad my higher self wanted me to stop, that it made me physically ill to it. And I'm so grateful for it because when that happened, when I tell you I've been releasing people, I've been releasing things. And I had no money practically when I went to Japan. I had $600 to practically buy that ticket and a $500 credit from last year that I didn't use for a plane ticket. I only had a plane ticket. And I was like, I am leaving. I have to get away. I feel like I'm drowning. I'm losing myself. And I'm in a relationship that I don't want to be in anymore. He's an amazing guy, but I can't figure out 100%. Like I'm battling myself. I'm battling myself to be in this relationship. So I left.
It's a big problem.
Yes, I left. And the beauty with my friend that I went to go visit, she's on her spiritual journey too. So it's like I left and ran to the right person. It's like
That's amazing.
It's like I ran into God's arms and she ran into God's arms, you know? So we are both like what we're talking about right now, you and I, we are both talking about this almost 24/7. It felt like a missionary trip because that's what she wanted to be. In a way, she wanted us to do a missionary. Something was planted on my soul to make this the missionary trip without having to attend one.
Wow.
So I planned so much stuff because it's her birthday trip, and I let it be known from the very get go that we are the missionary. The mission is us. And
Perfect birthday.
it was the perfect birthday. She loved it so much. We had so much crying. We had so much like just letting the rawness come out and having space for each other to see it, even if it was negative. Having the capacity for us to see it and be there for the other person as it was coming out. And my newest thing of how I know if I'm on a right track, with the funniest part when you said you started busting out crying, is when I bust out crying. that is my way of knowing I'm on the right track. That my spirit guides are, it's like whatever just went in my head hit me and I resonated with it. And that is my that is my confirmation right there. So you were talking about crying out in public. Girl, that was me one day. That was me one day. That's right before I went on that trip. This is like what led me to have more and more clarity and like to here. I went on, this is probably like 3 or 4 weeks, maybe a month before I went on that trip. I was like, I gotta get out this house. I gotta get out this house because I feel so lost. Like the market's not going well. I'm dealing with a boyfriend that won't help me financially. I'm so fucking broke. There's no closings. 7 deals. I lost 7 deals, dear.
Jesus.
7. I broke. I broke inside. I broke in because I'm like, this house, how am I pay for this house? I got 2 tenants not paying rent, one in each house. It just seems like everything was crumbling. And it seems like I was just drowning and there's no one to try to pull me up, not even a man next to me. Not a friend, not a friend, not anything.
And you know what, Joy? Sometimes, like, it would have been easier, right, if somebody next to you helped you or did something for you. But the fact that no one did, it brought you back to yourself.
It did. It did. And you know what I learned overall is that that's on purpose. They strip you. You know, you went through a loss. I lost my mom and my dad consecutively. That shit hurt, but apparently I didn't learn. Apparently,
what do they say? You keep getting the same lesson given to you until you learn.
Correct. Apparently that didn't enlighten me.
Cleansing.
I cleanse everybody that continue to make me second guess me.
And on top of that, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't be around a lot of people when I'm not drinking.
Yep. That's allowed me to be more isolated lately on purpose.
When you're like a little happy and you're isolated, I'm a little happy in it. Like I was getting a little too happy. I was like, this is nice. Like this is it right here. Like I'm so grounded. You know what, Joy? Ideas, business ideas. My mom even caught me. You're coming up with like, you know when you said that you gotta stop reading the book because you're doing too well?
Yeah.
During those 6 weeks, I was coming up with too many good ideas. Like, and I was getting so inspired. It's just, let me tell you about this. Like, huh?
Can I go even deeper with you?
What?
I guess I want to explain what's happening when you was getting those ideas during that time frame. So when I was kind of starting to talk about like good versus evil, in a way. And that technically we are all God's creatures, even the people we deem as evil. Like God created them too. They are much as gods as we are. Just think of it now, though, is lower vibration versus higher vibration.
Yes.
That is the giant difference. And when you stop drinking, you entered a different vibration. You enter in a different vibration. It's almost like think of it as a new level in a video game. That when you stop drinking, you entered a new level that gave you more powers and more access. And all those ideas started coming to you. They were given to you. You didn't necessarily just think of them of yourself. It's things you have access to if you continue to stay in that vibration. Unlike video games,
I started drinking, it went away.
Unlike video games, you don't go back down.
Right.
But for us, we can fluctuate.
Right.
So then you get excited. Like, well, how much higher can I go?
Like, it's like, you know, like, it's like a high. Like, it's a high that you don't have a hangover from.
Correct.
It's a high where you feel, when you said, like, you feel all powerful, you feel like God.
Yeah.
I don't think if you would have caught me with this conversation maybe like a few months ago, no, maybe like 6 months ago, I'd be like, oh my god, Joy is doing some mushrooms or some shit. She's on some next level shit.
Yes.
Like, I would think it sounds crazy, but like I don't think you understand how much everything you're saying is resonating because I've explained this to myself, not all of it, but I've explained like little parts of this, like what you said, but in a different way. And to hear your perspective, it's very interesting because I was thinking to myself, instead of saying like your perspective and how like we're here and like we're part of God and we're gonna come back, I was thinking to myself, bitch, no one's gonna remember you in 100 years. No one's gonna remember you in probably like 30 years. So it doesn't matter. This is what I was saying to myself. It doesn't matter what people think of you. It doesn't matter, what you think you need to accomplish because it's all going to go away at a certain point. So just make your life count. Make your time count. Be happy in this moment. Be grounded. Like appreciate the friggin' birds. Like literally appreciate the birds. And I was thinking all these things. So when you're saying this to me, I'm like, wow, she's saying something very similar, but in a different perspective or a different way you're packaging it. But it's a very similar message. And like the part about feeling, I was feeling unstoppable. Yeah. Like that's the few weeks before I went to Florida, I was feeling unstoppable. And I knew that when I got together with that crowd, it was going to be a low vibration. And then for a quick second, I thought to myself, why? Like, don't think you're better than people. And then I was like, no, you're better, right? Like, oh, you think you're better than people. That's why, like, you're low. No, but then I'm like, it's not that I'm better, and it's not that they're better. It's just that I think also when you're not drinking, you don't have that numbness to tolerate what you were tolerating before. So it's it's heightened. I feel like everything is heightened. I think at first, the first couple of weeks might feel like boring. The first couple of weeks is like, damn, like nothing feels as cool, as fun. But then after you hit like that 3-ish weeks, everything becomes like more intentional. Like I wake up with a purpose. I'm like, I have a lot to do today. Like I literally said, my mom goes to me, you need to pause for a second. The last time you came to me, you started talking about you wanna open up an orphanage. She's like, you are all over the place. She's like, your ideas are amazing. And she goes, I don't want to discourage you, but like, have you started working on these things yet? And I'm like, no, mommy, because the ideas just keep coming. And like, I was almost becoming scared of myself, if I'm really being honest. Like, it was scary because I'm like, where is all this coming from? And there's no self doubt. When I tell you, Joy, none. Like, if I said I want to be if the idea came to me that I want to be the president, I was like, bitch, you could be the president. And I really believe it. Like, 100%. So it's so crazy that you're saying this because I don't feel crazy anymore. I don't feel like I'm alone in what I'm feeling, even like in the lows and then also in those really high peak times. And what you're saying about being grounded, last night I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning trying to find a retreat. I want a wellness retreat that's gonna, and I don't want like it doesn't need to be a fancy resort where like everything's paved. I want like in the nature. Like I want me and nature. Yeah. I need me and me. Like I thought about it, I'm like, oh, do I invite like one of my friends? And I'm like, you know what? I can't because I have friends that I love, but I think some things and sometimes you need to do alone because if you're not exactly where that like see like your Japan trip worked out really, really well, right? Because you guys were on the same wavelength. If you guys weren't on the same wavelength, it probably would have probably been amazing, but not as amazing. And I think sometimes when you try to take people along for the ride, it doesn't work. Like and go to the city, take myself out to a nice dinner, which I did. Go there, enjoy myself. And I did. And you know what's funny, Joy? I ended up sitting next to a girl that also came to herself.
That was me and my experience this weekend. I drove to Atlantic Center, impulsively bought a ticket the day before when I found out the Price is Right is here. Booked the ticket, drove out there, and it was 3 of us who were singles. And we befriended each other, and then I hung out with the other girl because it was her birthday, and I was like, I never felt alone. Like the whole time, even going up there, my level of excitement was pure.
Yes.
I didn't even feel like I needed anyone like that. Oh, like,
No.
oh, I'm gonna be so weird. I walked into that place like I owned the place and sat in my seat like I needed to, like it was my seat, like and no one else is coming. Like even when I checked in the ticket, the booth, she was like, okay, you know how they you swipe your ticket when you're checking in because you usually have like 2 or 3 tickets, whoever paid for it on Ticketmaster. So
Right.
she was like, okay, that's one. I was like, no, it's only one. She was like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
And I felt so confident about that. And I was just like, wow, it would be nice to share this with someone. But here's the
Same.
thing.
But it's not a
I
need.
I am like past sharing experiences with someone just to simply have somebody around.
Correct.
Who I am tired of sharing amazing memories and someone bringing my vibe down because they don't appreciate it. I realize I curate such a freaking amazing life for me and the people around me. And I'm at the point where I am no longer allowing people to come into my life to just suck up this curation and not produce anything back into it. I am just like, who's going to start creating a beautiful story for me to participate in? You know,
Yes.
I am a little tired of that.
When I went to the first restaurant, I just walked in. I was like, I didn't want to walk too far away from the place. I'm like, all right, let me go to this restaurant right here. I could eat Italian food. I look at them. The restaurant is not. It's like half full, and I know what it is. It's a performing night, and that in 43rd Street. That's like all where the Broadway shows and stuff. So they want to save their tables. So I walked in, and Joy, I didn't think there was anything. I do this so often that I think it was like strange or weird. And I was like, hi, I'd like a table for one, please. I'm like, oh, a table
For one.
for one?
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, table for one. They're like, oh, we have full seating at the bar. And I was like, I don't want to sit at the bar. I want to eat.
Yeah.
We have full service at the bar. I was like, I don't want to eat at the bar.
I
And I don't. I want to. I want to sit at a table. Like eating at the bar is not the most comfortable unless you're eating like French fries or like something to pick on. I was like, I want my own. I wanted my own space. See, this was really empowering for me too because usually I was drinking wine. I would sit at the bar. Yeah, I want to talk to people. No, I wanted to take up space for me, for just me. Like I wanted a table for just me. So then when they looked at me crazy, I was like, they're like, oh, we could do it in an hour or something. And I looked around the restaurant. I'm like, oh, in a half hour or an hour, you'll have a table in the half empty restaurant. And they're like, well, yeah. And I was like, okay, thank you very much. Have a great night. And I walked out, not feeling any kind of way. Like I just said to myself, wow, it's such a shame that I'm a minority in that this is not normal for people to just go out and enjoy a nice meal by themselves. I went to the next place. I was at the table for one. And they're like, "Oh, we can see you in 10 minutes." I'm like, "Cool, sounds great."
Yeah.
Had a wonderful dinner, delicious, enjoyed it. I agree with you, Joy. I feel like my energy is now for me. I'm going to be selfish as hell. My energy is for me. My smiles are for me. My attention is for me. My good vibe is for me. Like I want that. I want it because I deserve. It's mine. I should have it, and I don't. I'm not going to feel guilty about keeping it. And also, it's. I saw this post on Instagram about alcohol. I'm pretty sure you saw it too. It's like alcohol comes from the word al-cool, which means it's an Arabic word meaning like spirit eating something.
Yes, wine and spirit itself says it.
No. I said to myself, how come I never saw wine and spirits? Like, why did spirit never freak me out?
Yes.
And you become a different person. So that's why I said to myself,
I can tell you. No, hold on. I'm gonna go deeper into that. What's happening is that you are lowering your vibration more and more and more each time you drink, and you allow you know how like you allow downloading to come in when you was at higher vibration. You're allowing downloading to come in at a lower vibration from bad spirits. There are spirits that are lower vibration and higher vibration.
I did not think of it that way.
So it literally, when you black out, is because you was taken over.
Do you understand how scary that is?
That is very scary. That's why all the truth starts coming out. All the truth starts coming out.
and then you don't remember.
And you don't
then
remember.
People are, the worst thing is if someone tells you something that you said or did that was embarrassing, and you're like, oh my God, why did I say that?
Exactly.
Why did I do that?
Because that spirit was just waiting for you to get to the right vibration to consume you.
It's like the canal opening up. Wow.
For that reason, I'm like, okay, there's two things that how I look at it. It's like, if I ever drink again, I will only drink around high vibrational people
Mm-hmm.
that do not have, negative spirits lingering around them. And waiting. Go ahead.
I think I want to go back to my 6 weeks, how I stayed away from alcohol for 6 weeks. And I knew in that 6 weeks I wasn't like, oh, I'm never gonna drink again. Girl, you could have wine right now if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's what was more empowering. The fact that each time I wanted to have wine, I was like, I could. Like, no one's telling me I can't. I could, but I'm choosing not to because I was doing a mental check-in with myself each. Why?
Let me even give you better. Is I have a glass of NA wine. It tastes just like wine without the alcohol in it. And I drink that. I had white Zinfandel yesterday. So they go through the entire process because most of wine is created by juice practically. It's just fermented fruits.
Juice, yeah.
So, but then they have a process of actually removing the wine. So I buy alcohol removed wine, and it tastes exactly like wine. So I get my fix that way. I get to have that one glass, a whole bottle, if I really want to, with
it doesn't even matter.
Zero effects. Because here's the thing: what I learned when I stopped drinking, I started going for other fixations. Because it's like, man, it's only water then, So then I started drinking soda because I wanted a different palate, something to hit my palate differently, a different feel. I don't even like soda. Soda's not healthy for you, but I'm trying to offset basically not having the thing I want, but allowing myself to treat myself to something I normally don't drink. So now I found the balance of it is like, okay, I'm not drinking soda no more. I will buy my fake wine that tastes real, to be honest, because I realized, why do I love the wine so much? Like, I really it's like when I stopped drinking coffee, I started drinking coffee back again because I really like the taste. Like, it was like a ritual to drink that in the morning and taste that taste bud. And even if it's decaf, it still feels good.
The fixation, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, go ahead.
When I don't drink, if I want to not drink and I want to have something that's going to make me feel, I get my little THC drinks. And you know what? That does not affect me in any way of like negativity. It actually helps me relax.
Yeah.
And it does make me a little bit more creative.
Mm-hmm.
I get like the low sugar one, so it's not like. And I, what I do, I take it, I pour it into my wine glass.
I do the same thing. I have these I don't have THC package, but I have something similar. It's called Calm, and they little packets, and I shake them up and I make them look like a pretty drink with little ice cubes in it.
Ice,
the whole 9 yards. And because I want to still romanticize life, once I realize that it is still our job not to restrict ourselves from life, but to realize what are we purposely paying for our own imprisonment. When we drink alcohol, we are paying for not in moderation. We are paying for our own imprisonment. And now that I've realized that, and then the same with food. When we eat really bad foods, we are paying for our own imprisonment. They don't even have to put us in a prison. No, we do it to ourselves.
100%.
We do it to ourselves.
Joy, this is going to sound wild, but I think to you it's probably not going to sound wild because I haven't said this to anybody yet.
What's that?
But when I wasn't drinking for those couple of weeks, I tried to, same thing like you. I was like, all right, you know what? I'm not having wine, so I can have dessert. I never have dessert. Mm-hmm. Let me have dessert. So, girl, I was going out eating a whole meal and then it's supposed to be shared, a whole dessert to myself.
Girl.
Whole brownie.
About to eat this brownie right now.
No, I know, but Joy, I was doing it every day. Every day I was having dessert, like a big dessert. And I was like, no, this is not it. So then I was like, okay, no, you know what? Not dessert. Let's just have a little junk food, right?
Yeah.
I ordered, I don't know if it was Chick-fil-A. I forgot what it was, but it was some junk food that I had.
Yeah.
And then I tried it again and again, like 3-4 times within a couple weeks. And I said to myself, this is going to sound really crazy because I would be excited to eat it. Because I'm like, oh, like, let me get this fix, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we sound like fucking drug addicts.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, every time I started eating it, I would get so like turned off. And then I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm eating dead food.
Because you are.
Yes, think you understand what I mean, right? Like
You are.
it is dead. It is dead food. Versus I go and I eat a salad or I have like a piece of fruit or I cook my meat at home or a piece of fish and like I feel like yes, obviously the animals are still dead, but it doesn't feel like dead food. It doesn't feel like it feels like nutritional food when I'm cooking at home.
That
Eating
wasn't
something
you.
healthy.
That wasn't you. Again, I want you to tell you. That's not you just saying that to you. That's your higher self saying that to you. Like making you realize that, and it's like at some point you're gonna give it up, of some capacity. Or limit it more and more because you just had that realization, that you are literally consuming dead things and expecting to feel good, consuming dead things and expecting to get, live nutrients. What? So I started juicing. That's not what I was gonna say about what changed is I stopped drinking and I started juicing and I actually started eating 1 meal a day. So I haven't been eating meat for over 2 years now. But even then, I started not even craving fish lately. Like not even craving it. I've been eating majority of like anything else other than meat of some sort, which is fish included, shrimp, any of that seafood. Like I still eat it, but I eat it so much in moderation.
Yeah.
My body feels so light and I have lost so much weight. I look good, I feel good, and I don't even work out.
See?
So it's actually been super amazing. Like I finally reached a point in life where I always wanted to be, which was I'm just living without not hating the way I look, like the way my hair looks, the way my face looks, the way my body looks. Like I literally wake up every day genuinely happy about me every single day.
Joy, when you said like the whole like world is making you hate yourself.
Yeah.
I started tearing up with that too because I said to myself this morning, the friggin' lady on video, we're just like we're on the same because a lot of messages get pushed in front of you, but you choose whether or not to listen to them or scroll to the next one.
Right.
This lady was resonating so hard because she was like, as women, we start to hate ourselves when we get older, like when we start changing in our body and our skin. And she's like, that's what they want us to do. They want like that's a normal thing to just hate. Like
they profit from it.
Yeah, it encourages a whole. Yeah, I was just gonna go with it. It encourages a whole line of profit and consumerism with products and different things to help anti-aging and anti-this. And listen, you know what? I'm sorry, but we're black and brown people. We know how to anti-age. Like we have it's the castor oil, it's the aloe, it's the coconut.
It's fruit.
It's literally just like what God gives. Like it's on the earth. Like just pick it up and put it on your face or put it in your body. Like it's not that hard. So I said to myself, I'm like, her perspective was, what a blessing it is to get old.
Yeah.
What a blessing it is to grow old and to have like people are taken from this earth at any given time, right? Like why not just enjoy when you have right now? It's what comes next. But like while you have it, just take it and enjoy it. And then also like at least you're not super sick. Like you're like there's good things about everything if you choose to look at it that way and not competing. That's another thing. Like when like someone is successful but they're like trying to shit on other people or compete or like that to me is also a low vibration. I don't care how much money you make, But the people that are doing well for themselves, or not doing well for themselves, but they have a great energy and a great vibe, I want to be around that all day.
Same here. That's why I wanted to call you. I'm like, I like
That's
you.
wild.
Like, I like you, and I was like, why don't we hang out? Why don't we not?
You know what? We're so in line with things. Just it's kind of, as you were talking earlier, I was like, how is it that like we just met and we just clicked? Like it was just like an initial meeting and clicking.
Yeah, and that's what I realized is that is who you should stick by.
Yeah, 100%. Joy, I have to go. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
I'm sorry, but let's schedule a date for either next week or the week after. Because after this week, I'm freeing up.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you so much for calling me. I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. I'm gonna keep this rolling. Wow, 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 wow. Man. 2 seconds ago I was crying. Like trying to express myself. And now I got to like just do it naturally. That is so powerful to hear her journey. And I just know that there are so many people that feel the exact same way and are just battling. I could just hear in her voice that she sounds better already. That she believes in herself again. That she believes in her path that she's already been taking and feel confident to continue to do it. I want to reiterate that drinking is not bad. It takes a lot to get drunk, you know? It's like multiple things that like are multiple drinks that you have to do in order to quote unquote get drunk. And the bad part is not doing it in moderation, which we were always taught to be like eat things in moderation, drink things in moderation. Because your body is honestly God's gift. It is self-cleansing. Literally, as women, we create humans. Don't you think that we can heal ourselves if we actually give our bodies a chance to do it? Our bodies can heal itself if you give it a chance to do it. And how you give it a chance to do it is not constantly consuming bad things and giving it a break. So what does that look like? That looks like, sorry, I need to wash my hands. That looks like what I do right now with the 1 meal a day, or kind of like snacks and then one big meal. I'm about to eat eggs right now. And honestly, that's probably going to be all I eat today. Like, stop consuming food the way they taught you to, because they did that for their reasons. By their reasons, I'm meaning originally it was because we was in like a factory type mindset. Like, okay, we basically work a lot of hours and work till like in the evening. So you can't just do 1 or 2 meals because then you're going to be starving and you don't have enough energy. So you needed more meals because you was exerting a lot more energy. Well, you'll find that, the labor is not as hard and we don't need that much food, to be honest. Like, your body is physically storing fat just in case you don't have enough food. We no longer need to be that way. There's so much food around. So you got to give your body a break. There's two things happening. Your body is cleaning itself and storing food for sake of energy just in case you don't eat again. So when you are putting so much food in your body doesn't get a chance to clean itself and it doesn't get a chance to burn. The energy is just stored. That's why you have excess fat. If you think about it in that way, it hopefully should make you start fasting. And the more you put your mind to it, the more it will get easier. I 16-hour fast basically, so from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. So 8 p.m. at night to 11:59 a.m. 11:59 a.m. I'm fasting, and then I may eat something. It's been days where I'm like, damn it, it's almost 7 p.m. I need to eat something, because I got like basically an hour to eat. My body has just been cleansing itself naturally. One thing I want to show you also, I do drink liquids in the morning. This is actually Steve Harvey. I would never normally be a person who does like celebrity stuff. This is not an ad. I watched his video. It made sense to me. I've always realized that a huge problem that we have with our with gaining weight, it's all in our digestive system. We're not digesting properly. And then once I realized, okay, a large part of it is I'm not, I gotta one, repair old cells. And also, I need to repair the lining of my stomach. Also, I need to give it time to actually clean itself out. The kidneys, the liver, give itself time to process. I'm not in nobody's biology, so don't be like correcting me in that capacity. I just know that ish works when you give it time. You give it a lot of water and you give it time at nighttime to do its job. That's why when you wake up in the middle of the night, you gotta pee, you gotta poop, you got your morning, because it did its job. Trash man came by and it picked up some trash. All right? you you gotta give your body the time to do that. It's like sitting your trash outside is what you're doing by not eating after 8 p.m. You're getting letting the trash man come by. Man, that felt good. That felt good. Like, you can't tell me I'm not a god. You just can't tell me, Renee. You can't tell me that I wasn't meant for something great, that I'm not meant to help people. You can't tell me I'm not. I'm excited. I'm excited. This was a really great start. My higher self, my God, my angels, my higher vibrational angels get me, love me, and they want the best for you. And the thing is, they want the best for you too. Mm. This is an hour and 30 minutes long. I'm gonna have to figure out if I'm gonna do straight through or chop this up. I feel like I want to chop it up and do both, basically chop it up and also do straight through just so you can get the points. Because I feel like some major points that were made here. I love it. All right, y'all. Bye. So I wanted to leave you all with this message to wrap up that video because I feel like it's incomplete without the grand ending. It's direction. Okay, I said a lot about explaining kind of like how I got to my spiritual journey, but what am I actively doing right now to, I guess, live? That was my journey, but what do I do right now daily? The answer is I'm a good person. That's what it is. That is solely my job, is to have an open heart, which means being a good person to myself and being a good person to others. I've read a few books, watched tons of videos, hours worth, and collected kind of a gist. I call it pillars to a good life. All right. So here are my pillars to a good life. 1, gratitude. Without gratitude, it means nothing. And I don't want you to just be like, oh, thank you for this, thank you for that. No, like feel it in your heart. You can feel gratitude, not just like say thank you. Feel the gratitude and you'll start to notice the difference. You'll feel so much better daily when you actively open your heart, consciously think about the things that you're grateful for and take it in. And it's to the point that I do it the moment I wake up. The moment someone gave me a cup of coffee or something like that, I'm just so grateful in each of my moments. Everything. If my back don't hurt today, grateful for that. Grateful for my roller. When my back does hurt, I can make it go away. I am just full of gratitude. and everything. My life just seems so much happier, and it's like more and more good comes in and less bad comes in. Okay, it's like I'm repelling the bad. The next thing I do is have grace. I have grace for other people, and I also have grace for myself. So no longer am I feeling like, um, you know, not judging people anymore. My judgment is not good. This one is where certain things in the Bible was very true. Um, Judgment towards other people is the quickest way to judge yourself. It just shows how much you have not evolved, how much you still need work to do on your own. Because if you really do believe that you are a fragment of God, then you also have to believe that the other person is too. And by judging them, you're judging yourself. You're literally judging God, basically. So, with that being said, you now have more patience and grace for other human beings because you recognize that they're having a unique experience as well. You were brought up with your own set of parents, and they was brought up with their own set of parents. And if you know the ish you went through growing up that most people don't know, then you can imagine what they went through growing up and that most people don't know. You got to have grace for other human beings trying to navigate this game of life. Have grace for yourself as you're trying to navigate this game of life. That has always been probably the hardest part. I always used to um use I used to beat myself up a lot because, and I used to tell people like I do it because who else is going to do it? No one else is going to come in and save the day for me. I have to be this strong. I have to have tough love. And I think that we do that because we were not, most of us were not raised with love in our family. We was raised with that discipline and the stern discipline in a more hateful way instead of a loving way. And you kind of internalize that as a motivator for you. Okay, break out of the cycle and figure out how to motivate yourself with love and grace instead of, you can be disciplined. You don't have to be harsh to be disciplined. All right. And what's the next one? The next one is loving yourself. It might sound so simple, but again, I was telling you that there's two voices in your head. Um, Sometimes, and you gotta figure out how to eliminate that other voice. So it's like a total of three. Is like you being a spectator of, but what about this? But what about this? It's like somebody's negative and somebody's positive. You gotta figure out how to narrow it down to just you as a spectator and one other person. And that other person is your higher self. And that is a person that loves you and wants you to love you as well and needs you to love you so you can get to the future you that they have planned, the future they have planned for you. All right. So be nice to you, talk nice to you. At any point, negative thoughts, rebuke it. Like literally say it out loud that I do not condone this. Like, I do not agree to this. Say it out loud to make sure that you heard you because you can hear you. All right. Make sure you say it out loud so the inner voice in you, the inner child in you can hear you say that this is not true for you. Have that same type of energy towards other people, which is loving others. So, pillar number 4, loving others and having compassion. The same way you need to have compassion for yourself is the same way you need to have loving compassion for other people. Stand up for other people. If someone is beating someone down, don't be a bystander. And by beating down, maybe verbal. Obviously, there's certain times in life where you need to mind your business, but sometimes you could just stand up for somebody. You see somebody struggling to pay for something at the store, and you clearly got enough money to help them out while other people huffing and puffing and mad that they're holding up the line, you could be that person, be like, I got you. Have a great day. That could be you. Just have more compassion for people. Open up your heart. A lot of this is easy work. The moment you realize that it's all about being a lover, not a fighter. It's all about like opening yourself up to the world and co-creating overall. Which brings me to the last thing, co-create. God created you because he wanted to hang out with you through your eyes. All right. However you want to look at it. That's how I'm looking at it. God created me because he wanted to hang out with me through his eyes. He wanted to see what I'm doing in life. He was like, I created you so you can go create. That's the mindset you need to be in. Be excited about creating a new whatever you're into. Go paint. Go start a foundation. Go do anything you believe you're into. And don't limit yourself while you're doing it. That's the exciting part, that you can't fail. It's like a game, you know how, like a video game, you go blazing, pushing any button. I'm successful pushing any button. That's me. And I push any button and I'm so successful because I just try my best and I'm just having fun. And that's how life is. Um, the more you do that, the more you will evolve. I do want to let you all know that I am merely scratching the surface right now. And if you want to know more, please let me know if you want to know more, because I don't want to pry on anyone's spiritual journey. But when I tell you I'm here, if you want to know more, please let me know if you want to know more, if you have specific questions, and I can make a video about that. Okay, bye.